let me bring in Liberal MP from Melbourne, Tim Wilson, who faces a challenge from one of these independents, so-called independents, the voices of independents. Tim, thanks for joining us. Don't we need a lot more transparency from these so-called independents about their funding and about their links to organisations like GetUp?
Well, we do, but I mean, I don't call them independents anymore. They're just shadow Labor, and I think that's how we need to refer to them as. I mean, you look at the candidate that's running against me, their campaign manager has previously boasted on Twitter that she would like to see Anthony Albanese become Prime Minister and describes herself as, quote, a democratic socialist. Their media manager is a former wannabe Labor pre-selection candidate. So the idea that they don't have deep links to the left and particularly the far left is absurd. And as you pointed out, what we're seeing in the communities where they're running is increasingly radical and extreme politics being adopted. On the Northern Beaches yesterday, we saw the Spit Bridge being blocked by Extinction Rebellion, trying to stop people being able to get on with their lives, ignoring the fact that when cars are stationary, they continue to emit emissions. And we're seeing increasingly them targeting the Goldstein office, where I am right now, every Wednesday morning, while parents are trying to get their kids to school. They're trying to teach their kids at home, or, of course, getting them just across the road. They're being blocked by green extremists. And this is a direct culture that they're fostering in our nice communities.
Yeah, but they're pretending that they're centrist or even right of centre just with green intentions. But their whole policy agenda, if not in some cases their tactics, as you say, come from Extinction Rebellion, GetUp, the Greens. And they won't say where they would vote if there was a hung parliament, because we all know they would support a Labor Greens government, and they don't want to be honest about that because it might scare off some voters. They should be honest and upfront. We know who you would support for government.
It's quite clear. I will support the re-election of a Liberal government. My Labor candidate will support the election of a Labor government. And, of course, my shadow Labor candidate doesn't want to say who it is they're going to elect if they are elected as the member for Goldstein. And, in fact, what they've done is refuse to answer that basic question. We all know what the answer is. We all know that what they want to do is sneak Anthony Albanese into government. And I think, frankly, voters are starting to see through this and seeing very clearly that that's their intention. And I think the veil is dropping. The easiest way they could dismiss this is just to rule it out and say, I will not back a Labor government.
Exactly. They won't do that. No.